We have a major midday update right now. More bombshell Epstein files have come out after reviewing more than 50,000 documents at this point. I found some significant new documents that everyone needs to know about that talk about the president of the United States and other wealthy and powerful people. At the same time, a federal judge has ordered the immediate release of Liam Rojas and his father. Liam is the 5-year-old boy that was taken by ICE agents from Minnesota, used as bait to detain his father and transferred to a prison facility in Texas, a facility in which Liam's health rapidly deteriorated. And well, now a federal judge says he has to be released immediately. A lot of news to cover right now. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. The more you like, the more this gets out there. And this is a really critical topic. So please spread the word. And if you want to support my work, subscribe to my Substack by clicking the link below, or send a one-time Venmo to Aaron-Parnas to buy me a coffee. Let's just jump right into it. New documents show in the Epstein files mention the president of the United States in a significant new way. This is a new document I uncovered. This is the Bates number is EFTA 01250883. This is the entire document. It's the bottom of a signed affidavit signed under the penalty of perjury by a woman, a young girl who is now a woman. That the pseudonym is Tiffany Doe. I want you to read paragraph 14 alongside me. Quote, I personally witnessed defendant Trump, referring to the president of the United States, telling the plaintiff that she shouldn't ever say anything if she didn't want to disappear like the 12-year-old female, and that he was capable of having her whole family killed. Number 15. After leaving the employment of Mr. Epstein in the year 2000, I was personally threatened by Mr. Epstein that I would be killed and my family killed as well if I ever disclosed any of the physical and sexual abuse of minor females that I had personally witnessed by Mr. Epstein or any of his guests. I'm coming forward to swear to the truthfulness of the physical and sexual abuse that I personally witnessed of minor females at the hands of Mr. Trump and Mr. Epstein, including the plaintiff, during my time of employment from the years of 1990 to 2000 for Mr. Epstein. I swear to these facts under penalty of perjury, even though I fully understand that the life of myself and my family is now in grave danger. So this affidavit was submitted. It's unclear what case this is from. It's unclear whether the DOJ or the FBI conducted an investigation into this affidavit, but this is one that was submitted under the penalty of perjury. If this person lied to the FBI or to a court or wherever, they would face criminal charges of perjury, which is potential of up to 5 years in federal prison. In addition, I'm about to show you another document. This document, before I do, I want to preface it by saying, exposes exactly how the Department of Justice has failed to follow the Epstein Files Transparency Act, because in this document is the name of a survivor, and it's not redacted. Now, I spoke to this survivor. Her name is Danielle Bensky. Before publishing this, she gave me permission to publish this because it shows exactly how this Department of Justice is failing to follow the law. This is an FBI 302, a transcription of Danielle's interview with FBI agents from March 24th, 2008. I want you to look literally the first line, Danielle Hannah Bensky, hereinafter referred to as redacted. So they redacted her AKA, what they refer to her as, but they didn't redact her full name. And then, and if you look at the second paragraph and the third paragraph, both begin with the word Danielle. Presumably that's what's redacted, is hereafter referred to as Danielle. But they redacted it then, and they didn't redact it in lower documents. This document is fully public, fully available for anyone to see. That is a violation of the Epstein Files Transparency Act because Danielle's name should have been redacted, but it wasn't. In addition, we learned of a new prosecution memo. This is the conclusion from it. The prosecution memo outlines exactly why prosecutors believed they had enough evidence to prosecute not just Jeffrey Epstein, but multiple other individuals. Quote, based on the foregoing, I recommend that the office approve the attached indictment charging Epstein, redacted, JEGE, and Hyperion. I also recommend the office refuse a pre-indictment interview to Epstein or his counsel, and that no information about the status of this case be shared to keep Epstein from fleeing from the jurisdiction. So they failed to redact Danielle's name, but they did redact the name of co-conspirators that the Department of Justice presumably had enough evidence to charge. Next document. This is an email from Richard Branson to Jeffrey Epstein, in which Richard Branson presumably writes, quote, Dear Jeffrey, It was really nice seeing you yesterday. The boys in water sports can't stop speaking about it. Anytime you're in the area, would love to see you, as long as you bring your harem. Quote, I think if Bill Gates was willing to say that you've been a brilliant advisor to him, that you slipped up many years ago by sleeping with a 17-and-a-half-year-old woman and were punished for it, that you've more than learned your lesson and have done nothing that's against the law since. And yes, as a single man, you seem to have a penchant for women, but there's nothing wrong with that. Anyway, something along those lines. He is actively trying to talk about how to save Jeffrey Epstein's reputation while also talking about bringing his harem. Next document. This is an FBI tip, a tip that is unclear whether or not it was fully investigated. This tip was given essentially to an FBI agent talking about, quote, the alleged sexual exploitation and rape of a minor child of 13 years of age by Donald J. Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. It is unclear whether or not these tips were ever investigated. I want you to see this picture. The two redacted are in this video, in this picture, either young girls or if they're over the age of 18, they are women. It's unclear how old they are. Jeffrey Epstein's clear. The guy on the right appears to be Brett Ratner. Why is that name important? Guess who just produced Melania Trump's new documentary? Brett Ratner. Okay. This is just one that I kind of found a little funny. This is Kathy Rummelaar, Obama's former counsel, emailing Jeffrey Epstein with the importance high with just one line. Trump is truly stupid. Okay. Next. This is Larry Summers emailing Jeffrey Epstein days after Donald Trump won the 2016 election, where they are talking about advice for who Donald Trump should nominate as the next Secretary of Treasury. Quote, do you have any suggestions for Treasury? Summers goes, why not Romney? Do they have a clue of what kind of strategy they want to follow? Are they open to Democrats? Tony James, Larry Fink, Fred Smith, Peter Thiel. Were they serious re Jamie? Presumably maybe Jamie Dimon, I'm not sure. But they're literally discussing who to install as Trump's Treasury Secretary in his first term. That job ended up going to Steve Mnuchin. And finally, I want you to see this one. Appears to be U.S. attorneys discussing credible allegations of sexual abuse by Leon Black. Unclear whether or not this was ever fully investigated. Obviously, Leon Black has not been prosecuted by the U.S. Attorney's Office. So lots of new documents. I'm still digging through them. This evening, I'm going to have an interview with an Epstein survivor, along with Congressman Robert Garcia of the House Oversight Committee. Major news right now. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Spread the word, and I'll have more updates for you soon.